Here's the biggest client acquisition I made in my life, and I can confidently say more than 99.9% of people are still doing this. And the minority, people like Charlie Morgan, people like Sam Owens, people like Himanshu Agarwal, all the biggest people you see in the market. There's a very famous guy who has this Facebook ads agency, which is like the biggest in the UK. All these people do not make this mistake, and for them, client acquisition is literally a joke. Like, I see people like Charlie Morgan sending me emails every single day, bro, we're hiring for sales reps, which means he's getting more appointments than he can handle. Something you cannot even fathom is possible. Until the time I did not realize this shit is actually wrong. And that's the way we're supposed to be doing this. I always struggled. It was like, okay, so maybe something worked in the short term. But over a long enough period of time, it was never predictable. I never had full complete control over the process. And this is exactly the reason why. The first principle you need to understand is for most people, which is probably you as well, otherwise, you won't be watching a video like this. Because if your client acquisition process was already sorted, why the hell are you watching this video? For most people, including you, don't have an ego, like, be honest with you over here. It's very painful. Anything which you're not good at is going to be painful. When I went to the gym for the first day in my life, it was extremely painful. Thinking what people are going to think of me, having the embarrassment that I was not even able to lift like the empty barbell of the bench press. So, whenever you're new to something or whenever you get into something new which you're not very good at, it is going to be painful. And because we, as humans, we're naturally pain avoidant creatures, we don't like pain, we don't thrive in discomfort. Our bodies through hundreds and thousands of years of evolution has been designed in a way to avoid pain because that ensured a survival in the caveman times and everything. So in order to escape with this, like to deal with this pain and everything, we do two things. One of these two things, maybe you do both. Probably not, like mostly it's just one of the two things which you do. The first thing, which I was guilty of, is we copy paste the competition we have. Like, what we do is whenever you want to fix the problem of client acquisition in a business, we see, okay, we're struggling with this issue right now. The most common response to this, like the second thing which people do is like outsource stuff to a lead gen agency. Like they go to an agency and they tell it, okay, get me clients for this, get me clients for the same, everything. This is still a minority. Most people just simply do this because they don't even believe in the idea of investing in the company because they don't believe that they can actually like make it work. So yeah, that's another psychological concept for another day. This is what people do. They copy paste their entire competition. They see, okay, I am selling this thing. My competition is selling that thing. Like this is like not even joking. This is what they'll do. They'll go over to Facebook ads library. They're gonna search for, like, let's say I'm targeting gym owners. Let's say I'm targeting gym owners and I have an agency which helps them with the same. They'll go to the competitors like Gym Launch and everything. And where's freaking Gym Launch? Yep, I'm sure they were running ads. Yeah, they go to Gym Launch, their biggest competitors, whatever. They see, okay, Gym Launch is using this exact line in their first emails, in their fucking ads and shit. Their attention, like their call out, the way they grab their attention is by saying burnt out gym owners. And what they'll do is they'll go and they'll create their own websites, their own ad copy, and they'll use this exact phrase. I'm pretty sure we can find people who are using this exact phrase as well. Like, let's just try this. Anyone else doing it? No. Let's just see. No. Surprisingly, no people are copying them right now. But what most people do is they simply copy it. I remember there was a guy yesterday. Like, I was speaking to. Oh, I'll just show you the exact guy. Uability. Yeah. So this is a pretty popular consulting agency in India, and I like the people over there. I spoke to their team as well. I'll just. Oh yeah, just trying to find the video. Yeah. So I was speaking to the Ability over here, and they were running this ad like for a long time. This exact one, I'm trying to find it. Uh, Not sure. Like maybe they stopped running that exact ad. But yeah, if you're in India, you've probably seen their ad. Firstly, this one. This is a very popular ad, and a lot of people are copying this, just making the claim bigger. Like this is a very good ad which has been working for them. And yeah, this is the exact one. Like a marketing funnels performer, you don't pay.
Coaches, consultant, and service providers. You're the one, right? Come inside.
This is like the hook line. Like you're this right, come inside. I'm joking, just come inside. So they're like using it in a playful, flirtatious way, whatever. And I saw an ad exactly yesterday from a guy, like using the exact word by word script. And obviously he had like fewer results, like fewer followers, everything. So I'm just thinking, this idiot is freaking copying the person. That's what we do. We look at what our competitors are doing. Like this is the advice you get from fucking Instagram gurus as well. Just see what your competitor is posting. Like people will go to Viral Finder. People will go to this website, viralfinder.com, see all the content with their competitors, everything is posting. And like this is a website where you can see like the popular content someone is posting on Instagram, and they just copy it. They just try to recreate it for like popularity purposes. You buy a course from Hamza, like you go to why is this shit in Arabic? Yeah. Hamza Ahmed. Yeah. So this is his program called Adonis School. And over here, he had a course of YouTube, basically how to get popular on YouTube. And his strategy for the same was go over to your niche, find like 50 to 100 competitors in your niche, sort all the videos by popular, copy the titles of all the videos, and just paste them and recreate the videos. So everyone even gives out this advice, and everyone is just seeing what exactly the competitors are doing, and they try to make it better, or they try to do it faster, whatever. They just copying pasting. Samoans used to call this like monkey see, monkey do. They used to see like, okay, this monkey is doing this exact same thing, and then I'm gonna do the same thing as well. You know, it's fucking funny. There will be, like, how do I even explain it? This Ponzi scheme, like, that will be more relevant to this one. So I'll share the story in the second point. So either they just copy paste their competition, they use the exact same words in the funnel. Like, bro, I'm not supposed to do this, but there's this guy called, yeah, this guy. He literally copied my exact same business. Like, I used to have this business earlier. I stopped that. I used my exact same offer, exact same, like, everything the same. I had the exact same, like, headlines and everything, like the exact same color scheme as well, like red and black and white. And the exact same thing, everything. He just copied it. So this is what these people do. And obviously they're gonna struggle with this for the rest of their life. Because if they think copying pasting someone is gonna be the key to their prosperity, success, whatever, like, yeah, that simply does not work over a long enough period of time. People see their exact competitors, everything. Another example, Ability, Rohan Dhawan, whatever, like the person whose ad I was showing. There's this guy called Saurabh, and he has this company called alphamediaclub.com, whatever. It's a pretty big company, pretty popular agency. It has worked with companies like Amazon, everything, all these big companies. And I was speaking to him one day, and he was like, bro, these Ability guys, they're like actual fraudsters or something. I have not bought from them, so I cannot give you my accurate view on this. But they just simply copied everything from Samoans. Samoans had a course, like he sold the company, but this was the course he had, like consulting accelerator. And he sold the company, whatever. But it was a very popular course. It changed like literally the entire coaching industry forever. And I've used that. That was the first course I got into, and I absolutely loved it. So yeah, they just simply copy paste the competitors. Sam Owens is doing this, I'll do this. Sam Owen is using the VSL funnel, I'll use the VSL funnel. This person is running this ad, I'll do that, blah, 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 blah. So they're just stuck copying and pasting their competition. They're stuck chasing the latest hacks, the latest tactics, and the latest AI tools to fix the business fast. And I'll raise my hand up and say, I was this person. Like I was, the problem with me was I used to figure something out which worked, and then I got bored. I was like, bro, I've actually figured this out. This is boring. And I maybe just right now need to go and figure something out. Which is great because I'm more of that builder type of person. Like I fucking love innovating. I fucking love building new things. Like recently I just out of nowhere, like I was one day pissed off that there's no platform, like a not a good email marketing platform. Sorry, email verification platform which is affordable, easy to use and actually freaking works. So I went and I built out Mailbox, my own email marketing platform, and we've gotten customers for the same as well. Yeah, you should be doing this. So for $49, you get like 100,000 email verifications and everything. So I'm the person who thrives on building new products, on building out systems, innovating. Like that's something which I genuinely love and I genuinely enjoy doing. But that's again a double-edged sword. I was constantly chasing the latest hacks, the latest tactics, like the new AI tool. Like some idiot told me like Clay.com is a very good tool. Then I saw the price. Like this is way too fucking expensive, man. Then someone told me like this is a very big database. Like it's from a guy I genuinely enjoy. So yeah. So this person, everything, like they're building out these databases for leads. I realized they're using the exact same databases which I already own and everything. So yeah, I just kept falling for these shiny object syndromes, like the latest hacks, tactics, AI tools. Someone was speaking about using this exact same message when reaching out to people using WhatsApp. I copied that. Someone was speaking about using voicemails to acquire clients. I was doing that. Someone told me that the best software for getting clients via Instagram is this. I shut down everything I was already doing with Instagram, which was already working, and then I went to that. Someone told me Twitter DMs is the new latest thing, like you can send 450 DMs a day. Then I transitioned over to that. All in all, I was just like chasing the latest hacks, competition, and tactics. I didn't really like copy paste my competition. That's something I think I've not really done, and I'm kind of proud for it. There was a time when I copied the exact funnel like Uability was using, like literally the exact funnel. I'll just show you the. Uh, mhm. Yeah, Uability blue on. Don't they have the VSL? Yeah, I can't find the VSL, but the landing page with the heart, I copied it exactly. Like that's the only time I think I freaking copied it. So either people belong to this category, like me, or number two, they outsource the client acquisition to a lead gen agency out of desperation. So firstly, just to like solidify, like I know what I'm speaking about. I owned a lead gen agency myself, and I've dealt with these people, so I know what they're speaking about. And number two, I belong to category one myself, so I understand the topic in depth as well. So what people used to do, like, it's fucking funny. The story I was speaking about earlier. There's a guy in Dubai. He like the deal is not finalized yet. Like we've not signed the contract or the NBA. So though, like I can speak about it right now. There's this guy who owns a pretty popular restaurant chain in the UAE, and he came to us. He's like, Soumil, I'm planning on starting my own lead gen agency. So I think like partnering up with you guys would be better because you're already in the space. So instead of competition, we can like collaborate and everything. And I was like, sure, like, yeah, let's just discuss whatever. So this guy is planning on opening his own lead gen agency, which is supposed to help people with generating leads and everything. And he's coming to us for leads. Isn't it intriguing? If you have a lead gen agency, you're the one who's supposed to be generating leads for them, right? And to put the cherry on top, the guy's like, Soumil, by the way, like the clients you help us generate, like you help us sign, can like they're selling the exact same services as like lead generation. Can you fulfill for the clients as well? So these people, they have an agency which helps people with getting leads. They reach out to these people to like help them get leads, and we're doing this thing for them. We're the ones who are helping them get leads, and then they promise they're gonna help those people get leads, and we are the ones who's providing everything. So most people don't even understand like lead gen as a whole, whatever. They just outsource it. The funniest thing, the funniest example, a business coach, like a business coach, teaches other business coaches how to make money, and then those business coaches teach other people how to make money. It's like kind of messed up if you look at it that way. But yeah, so I was this person myself. I've dealt with these people, so I kind of understand the topic in depth. I decided to shut down my lead gen business because, like, this is the big epiphany moment which I realized myself when I was building out the offer and everything. So I decided to shut down my agency, like, not my business as a whole, which is the place where we always were like, yeah, bro, like, you have to pay us every single month if you want, like, leads or a business, whatever. Because I realized that no matter what any agency says, at the end, an agency, whatever, it's a human being. A business is just a collection of human beings. If you're a freelancer and you own a business, it's just you. A business is a representation of you, and business is bound to human principles, human psychology. And as a human being, I know no matter what any agency says, to me, to anyone for that matter, until unless they're lying to you, I like to be honest. A client is just a client. Like, I'm not supposed to say this, but the people I work with, like, I don't really give a shit about your business as much as you do. I mean, if you stop paying me, I'll stop working for you. But if my business was not paying me, I'll still work on it to ensure it actually does pay me. That's the difference. No one loves your business as much as you do. And it's normal. I don't expect my employees to love my business as much as me. It's pretty stupid. That goes against human nature because as humans, we are inherently selfish creature. So I understood that having a lead gen business, whatever, it is not a very smart decision because to me they're just gonna be a client. So what will happen when they instantly pay me the motivation to get them awesome results? Everything is fine. It's great. When I don't have a lot of clients, it's great. I might get someone great results in the short term, but over a long enough period of time, providing them good quality results consistently, it's just not possible. And I realized this from 100 Million Leads, this awesome book by Alex Hormozi. I'll definitely suggest you to read it. Like, he has a free course on acquisition.com as well. Like, you can go to his freaking website, I don't know where, but yeah, he does have a course on like 100 Million Leads, a video course over there. So just watch that freaking thing. It's genuinely a 10 out of 10 book. And he was like, no matter how good the agency is, over a long enough period of time, he freaking realized that they always, like, it never happens that there's an agency who is able to provide good results for like 50 years, for 5-6 decades. It usually does not happen. What happens is the agency signs you as a client, maybe they don't even provide you any results, but sometimes they provide you good results for like 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. But as time passes, they're signing more clients, which means the attention of the person is being diluted. Because an agency type of business, it requires human. Like, the basic concept of an agency model is that you have talent. Like, let's say it, like, all the people who work in your company, let's say you're paying them $10,000 a month and salaries and everything. And the person, if he wants to use all of them, they need to pay, let's say, $10,000 a month as well. But you go to them and you're like, I'm only going to charge you like $2,000 a month. So the essence of an agency model is you're leveraging other people's talent and you're providing talent at a discount. Because you realize that the person can actually handle like 2 businesses, 3, 5 businesses. So you're just diluting the talent. The people who work in your company, you're just letting them work for multiple businesses and you're getting paid. You're marking up whatever they're paying them and you're getting like stuff at a profit. So if you know that, like, let's say the post, like the $10,000 a month team you're hiring, they can manage like, let's say, 10 people, and each client is paying you like $2,000. You're making $20,000 a month, but these people are only getting paid $10,000 a month, and that's where you make your profits from. So an agency is just you, like, selling your talent. The people who work for you, you're just providing access to them at more affordable prices, to put it out simply. And the more clients you have, the more time they can give to each client. Because the total number of people who work for you, the total number of quality talent which works for you, like, you can hire more people, but the, like, finding quality talent is difficult. The total number of people, quality people who work for you, that is always going to be fixed. The number of hours they work, the number of hours they put in every single day, that's going to be fixed. So the more clients an agency signs, the usually I've seen like they provide less and less results because when you have two clients, all your focus is dedicated to them. But when you have 200 clients, now they're just like one person out of 200 other people, and you don't really like provide them any special treatment or something. And some idiot was calling me. That's why my camera shut off. Just a second. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically the essence of it. So I realize that if someone has to get like great results over a long enough period of time, he has to understand the essence of client acquisition himself. Like even working with us, like providing us money every single month, it was not in the best long-term interest of the client. They won't ever fix the problem of client acquisition as a whole. Because like let's say a company shuts down. What are they gonna do then? Like they're kind of fucked. It's not smart. Like they might get some great results in the short term, but over a long enough period of time, the client has to understand client acquisition himself, the essence of why it works, why someone responds to a cold email, why someone responds to a cold DM, why someone clicks on an ad, how do you convert people, everything. He needs to understand the essence of it himself. Sure, he does not have to sit down every single day and work on it. Like I don't have to work manual and client acquisition every single day. Like I have sales reps who take like calls for me, everyone. Like I have awesome, lovely people working for me. But I had to understand it myself first. Only then could I outsource it. Because if I did not understand sales and I'm hiring sales reps, what do I do when they fuck up? How can I like identify their mistakes? If they're like, how can I identify mistakes if I don't even know it's a mistake because I don't understand the process myself? The person, if he truly wants to win over a long enough period of time, he needs to be in control of the process himself. Because giving control of the oxygen of your business to random people is not a smart idea. Clients, money, and finances for your business is literally like the oxygen. If you don't make money, if you don't get clients, your business is fucking dying. How is it smart to hand control over the most important aspect of your business to someone like who does not even care about your business as much as you do? Because that's the reality. I can never care about your business as much as you care about it. I care about my business. Like, I'm not saying I'm not going to treat you well. I'm not saying I'm not going to deliver results to you if you work with me. But my business is always going to be priority. Like, there's a guy who I said, like, yeah, he's not paid me anything. And I said, okay, I'll help you with this thing because I liked him as a person, whatever. And I was like, yeah, I'll help you with the same. Then he started spamming my messages, everything. Somil, do this, do this. I'm like, bro, like my business is a priority. Firstly, you've not even paid me. There's no fucking way I'm gonna sideline my business and focus on yours. So yeah, that's the thing. Like over a long enough period of time, if you truly want to win, you need to like have complete control over your business. Depending on trends and hacks which become obsolete in 17 days, it's not smart. So Charlie Morgan had this concept of trend hunters, like niche hopping, niche jumpers. Like I'll actually just upload the image over here as well. Like, yeah, I'll actually just edit this post right now and upload the image for Charlie Morgan. Yeah. So if we go at the image, this is what Charlie Morgan said in his course. Like full credit goes to him. Like this is his company Imperium Acquisition. The biggest mistake people make when it comes to learning client acquisition is looking for stimuli and strategies instead of fundamentals. Basically, like the best subject line to use, what's the latest, newest hack, the newest way of acquiring clients and everything. And I'm fucking guilty of it. People that want stimuli, strategies, are stimulus and strategy hunters. So they just constantly like run after them, they seek them. And this was me, by the way. People that want fundamentals to build their own stimuli and strategies are called fundamental seekers. People who want to actually understand, okay, why the fuck did that cold email work? Like, I learned, like, the first person who told me about cold emails was Shad Khan. And he's a very good friend of mine, like, genuinely, like, a very awesome guy. And I asked him, like, what's the subject line to use? He was like, just use, like, hi first name. And, like, let's say I'm sending it to you, so, hi, your name, whatever. And I just copied it. I thought it was a new strategy, I'll use it. Eventually, it stopped working. Worked great for me for a while. After a while, it stopped working. And if I should have, like, I shouldn't have asked him, like, what's the best line to use? When he gave me the answer, I should have asked him, like, why the fuck did that work? I should have tried to think of it myself. I should have tried to ask him. Maybe the principle was that it fucking worked because I, as a human being, thought it was possible. Like the person reading this thought it was someone who was a friend of his sending it to him and not a fucking cold email marketer. It kind of makes sense right now, right? Like the person reading it genuinely thought it was a friend emailing him. I then created like a cold email campaign. It's live. Like I'm building out the entire workflow from scratch. It's live on my YouTube, so you can watch it if you want to. That email got a lot of replies, surprisingly, extremely freaking fast in just the first email. Not even like the follow-ups or anything. And I was thinking, like, why did that happen? Whatever. And it was pretty clear. It was pretty evident to me. Like I thought, okay, I'm gonna use this exact strategy in the next email as well. I should have asked, like, why did it work? I use a law of reciprocity very well over there. When it comes to stimuli and strategy hunters, whatever, like it's a pretty big concept. You need to understand the essence behind it, like why did it work, instead of just copying and trying to find like whatever everything, like what's the next piece of copy I can fucking copy. Like that was me. People who want the newest copy, the newest process, the latest script, or the hottest stimuli. They always want the easy, copy and pastable, shiny object, syndromes, whatever, like the shiny things that will immediately fix the business. They may find short term success in the new shiny stimuli or strategy, but in the long term, they suffer immeasurably in the business as a strategy and stimuli hop. Fundamental seekers build out, like they seek to find the fundamentals that the new hot and stimuli and strategies are built on. They want to go a layer deeper and find out why it actually freaking works. They look for fundamentals from other disciplines so that they can apply these to the client acquisition system. In the long term, fundamental seekers find this slow, painful. But in the long term, in the short term, sorry, but in the long term, they find joy in creating their own winning stimuli. I'll give you a very very good example to illustrate this. So, for example, he was speaking about finding why something works, fundamentals from other disciplines. For example, in dating, when you want to text a girl on Instagram, you never go to her and you text her, okay, by the way, I want to marry you, like let's get married, when are we getting married? Imagine you text her to a random girl, probably not going to get a reply. So the first message you send out to her, you kind of build curiosity, you kind of build intrigue. It's not very big, it's not very direct. You do not show your intentions like, okay, I want to marry you or something. You're just like speaking to her like a normal human without like showing any sign of desperation, any form of desperation, anything. And it's a very non-indirect question with no agenda attached to it. And that message worked very well for me. And then I started to think, how can I apply this in client acquisition? And I used the piece of copy like a message to someone where I was like, hey, do you run a marketing agency? Which was my niche. And it worked pretty well. I got like a lot of replies. And some edit might be like, yeah, I'll just fucking copy it. But understand why it worked. Because I was not having an agenda. These people are bombarded. Yeah, I can transform and revolutionize your business. Like that's what my fucking competition is saying to these people. And I just went to them, spoke to them like a normal fucking human being. Because at the end of the day, like everything I bought from people, I've only bought from those who sound human, who I liked on a human level. For example, the guy I was speaking about, like the U ability call yesterday, me and my partner were there, and my partner was like, damn, Raj, like this guy had such a good fucking contagious energy about him. And I was like, yeah, he's fucking correct. His energy was so contagious. If I ever had to buy, even though I already have it kind of sorted out, like whatever he's selling, I'll fucking buy from him. Because I love the energy of the guy as a human being. So maybe you extrapolate the fundamental from the discipline of dating, that maybe you need to connect with people on a human level. And stats don't matter. Like stats as in, like, let's say there's a girl and you don't like let's say she just likes you as a human being. Even if you're not a billionaire, she'll probably marry you. She'll probably at least go on a date with you. But imagine you were like, there's no fucking way, there's a fucking billionaire out there. What if the fucking billionaire treats her like shit? What if he has no personality? So you look at the world outside of you and you take fundamentals and principles from all the disciplines in your life. For example, in the gym, when you have an injury, like yesterday I was doing like chest and back, and my shoulder was hurting a bit. I could have completed the workout. I had done like 4 or 5 sets each, and I planned on doing like 7 to 8 sets of each muscle group. So I had like 6 to 7 sets left. I could have done it, but I stopped the workout halfway because I realized after a long enough period of time that when it's paining, when you kind of have like an injury, if you try to force it, even though you can do it in the short term, eventually you're gonna get fucked. You're gonna have a very massive injury, and then you're gonna be out of the gym for 3 months, and just to get like a small marginal return on the amount of effort you were putting in, like to make some small gains, you lose out on something as a whole. So I took that fundamental, I took that principle from the discipline of the gym, and I applied it over here. I applied it in my business. That some days where you absolutely don't feel like working, sure, you can use discipline, whatever. But if I do it for a long enough period of time, eventually I'm gonna get burnt out. And if I stop the discipline of business as a whole, if I'm out for like 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, because my health is in fucking ruins or I'm totally burnt out, I'm not gonna make as much progress as the version of me who simply takes a break for one day. Not the end of the world. So the main thing is, if you just constantly look for like strategies and stimuli, it always ends. Like there's a thing called stimuli entropy, which means that every system which you build out, it moves towards death and decay. The cold email copy which was working very well 6 months ago, it does not work for me anymore. The WhatsApp messages which were booking me, like it had like what, almost a 17% appointment booking rate, meaning out of every single 100 group of people I was reaching out to, I was booking like 17 to 20 calls easily. Now it does not even get a reply because every stimuli, it entropies. The offer I had 3 months ago, it does not work anymore. So I built out a new offer. So these things like these stimuli, these strategies, everything, they fucking entropy the end. And if you're just stuck copying and pasting everything, you end up looking like everyone else. And 99.9% people, they're not fucking thriving or something. So this is never truly like a long-term solution, long-term fix. You have to become like a fundamental seeker. And sure, they struggle in the short term, but in the long term, they fucking win. So, like I realize this, like depending on trends and hacks which become obsolete in 17 days, it's not smart. Seeing the latest hack which the favorite fucking influencer speaking about like what he's saying, and the only reason he's mentioning the latest hack is because all the softwares which he's promoting, he has like a fucking affiliate partnership with the same. Not he does not even fucking have a business or something. He just sells like affiliate partnerships, whatever. So that's the people. Those are the people who I was taking inspiration for. So here's how I restructured my services to ensure my clients genuinely get results. And no, this is not me trying to sell you my shit. This is what you should be doing to not end up like 99% of the market which is struggling. Like this is exactly what I'll be doing for my clients from now on, and you can like understand it and try to apply it in your business. So we work with clients on a pay on results basis initially. Like I switch from like a monthly retainer whatever to a pay on results basis, because once again you have to differentiate yourself. Everyone is charging like a $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 a month retainer. You have to differentiate yourself. You have to position yourself differently. So we work with clients on a pay on results basis to get them results fast in the short term. In the short term, we know we can get someone like extremely great results. We can start getting them like clients within like 24 to 48 hours. So in the short term, we get them extremely fast results, all on a pay on results basis. The strategy, like what I planned, this goes on for around 30 to 180 days. In the meantime, we educate them on successful client acquisition, like how exactly does it work and how they can run and update the systems we build out for them. So earlier what used to happen, we build out like client acquisition systems for our clients and we run them, and over a long enough period of time, they stop working, they stop becoming very effective. And the clients don't know how to run them themselves, and they don't know how to update them. So in the meantime, we also help them with the same, so that they can not only create systems from scratch whenever they notice trends in their market, because they're always going to be better than us in understanding their own industry, their own niche. For example, like I was speaking to a lady, I thought software as a service companies like SaaS companies, they require developers. She wanted to sell like remote development to companies in the US. And I thought SaaS companies will be a great fit. She was like, nah, not really. She was like, IT companies outsource more. They believe in the idea of outsourcing more. So you learn all these different things. The more time you like, they're always gonna be better about their industry. For example, like I'm always gonna understand my industry better than you. It's just like simple, common sense. So we educate them so that they can build, run, and update the system themselves. So that they actually have control and ownership and they actually understand the process of client acquisition. And whenever the client is ready, we don't have like a particular contract like you have to work with us for minimum 6 months, whatever. Whenever the client is ready, they can take full ownership of the business and fire us. Like the systems we build out for them in the short term, we build them out in a way that they can educate themselves, they can run them and update them themselves. And whenever they feel they're ready to have full ownership, full control over the business, they're like, bro, we don't need you anymore. Even though you're working with us for no pay on results basis or something, you can totally fire us. Like, if you think I'm joking, yeah, this is literally the offer I have. And in the end, like, yeah, like the last step of the strategy is the most powerful, like, this is what we send our clients by the way, pairs. The most powerful client acquisition system is the one where you're completely in control. After working with us, you get full ownership of your client acquisition system, meaning you never need to pay an agency for leads again. We provide detailed frameworks, SOPs, AI driven automation updates, ensuring your system remains effective as marketing evolves. If you ever want to stop working with us, you can run the system yourself at no cost without relying on anyone to bring in clients. If at any point you need a help again, like we can come and help you. So yeah, this is complete client acquisition freedom. This is literally the offer we have. This is literally what we sell. Like this is what we send to our clients and everything. You can literally see in the end, we tell them, okay, you can fucking fire us as well. That's the end goal towards which we're optimizing everything. Sure, this might make us slightly less money in the long term, in the short term, sorry. But this is in the best interest of the client. That he actually understands the system, he actually understands how everything is going to work out. Again, I'm not trying to sell you my shit, but if you don't want to end up like 99% of the market, which is just copying their competition or desperately trying to outsource client acquisition, this is what you need to do. Use Axe in the short term to get the ball rolling. Like this is exactly what I did. I'm not gonna sound like a hypocrite and tell you that you need to figure out everything from out yourself in the beginning. Like there's no way you can even get started if you don't fucking copy, use Axe, use the latest trends, everything in the short term. Luke Belmar framed it, or like he framed it very well. Like I'll just try to find the exact interview. Exact system and start getting the result. Yeah. So I was speaking to this guy who was pretty good friends with Luke Belmar, who has made like over like 42 million dollars, like over a long. So yeah, basically I was speaking to him, and the guy was like, bro, you have to capitalize on trends as well. So things which are happening in the short term to get instant results, to get the ball moving, to get momentum. And once the trend ends, you need to be positioning yourself to win in the long term as well. So I'm not saying like hacks, tactics, AI tools, strategies, they're not important, they're not useful. Use them to get the ball rolling in the short term, but understand the fundamentals as well so that you win forever. Because the trend is gonna end, not just for a month. For example, like let's say you had a e-commerce store, like whatever. After like Trump got assassinated and he became like almost assassinated. What the fuck am I saying? And he put out the slogan like "Make America Great Again." There was a trend of MAGA caps, like Make America Great Again, like caps and merchandise, and there was a trend where the Trump's picture, like yeah. So there was a trend when like immediately after that, all the drop shipping stores, they were selling these t-shirts. It was in trend because it was a new event. But now no one's like really buying it. Like no one's really buying this t-shirt right now. So you need to take advantage of the trends. The people who did this, I think they made like hundreds of thousands and like millions of dollars in like 2 to 3 days. So you need to capitalize on the trend so that you get money, everything, and you win in the short term. You get momentum, you get the ball rolling, especially if you're starting out. But after that, you have to position yourself to win in the long term, to win forever, not just for a month. By understanding the fundamentals, we understood that even though our clients, they pay us money every single month, in order for them to win over a long enough period of time, it simply won't work out if they're just depending on us. They need to understand the foundations as well, the fundamentals, so that they own and control client acquisition for life. Because if you're just once again like copying pasting your competition, you look and appear like them. Like my goal, like my biggest hack is go into a very saturated niche, differentiate yourself from your competition, and winning becomes effortless. Like everyone in my competition, they're charging like $2,000, $5,000 a month fixed retain, and like I position myself totally differently, and it's not really difficult to sell when everyone is hearing the same exact message in your industry, and you're like just slightly different. So copying pasting a competition leads to you looking and sounding exactly like them, and that is not a good recipe because 99% of your competition is doing absolutely broke, like they're absolutely shit and terrible. Chasing the latest hacks, tactics, and AI tools to fix your business, it might work in the short term, but after 17 days, it probably will stop working because there's a concept in the advertising world known as ad fatigue, if you're aware of. So, when you have an ad which is working very well, it works well for a while, but then eventually it stops working. It is not very effective because people have been exposed to that ad so many times that now the creative, the image or the video which they're seeing, it kind of has been repeated like so many times that they're kind of numb to it, and that has fatigued. So this eventually stops working when people are repeatedly exposed to this stimuli for a long period of time. And yeah, that's why this thing does not work. And outsourcing works in the short term, but to the agency, you're just a client. What happens if the agency stops? What happens if they get like way too many clients and they cannot give you like a lot of effort to whatever? So over a long enough period of time, you can use an agency in the short term to get fast results. That's exactly what we do. But over a long enough period of time, you need to fucking have full control and ownership over your system if you truly want to win forever and not just for a month. That's all I had. If you have any questions, like you can join the SalesGen community. It's absolutely free. Like, yeah, why is it not unzooming? Yeah, you can just join it and you can like drop your questions and I'll be more than happy to help you out. Bye bye, man. Take care. Bye.